Okay, if you've watched this channel long enough, you know I like to get a little nervous, or I like to make it interesting. If the day before the game that the Lions are going to play someone that's really an inferior opponent. I know they're 3-1. I know the Buccaneers have been looking good, but it's like, man, the Lions are playing really well. But there's a problem that the Lions might have. If you look at our season so far, we've dominated the last 3 games, but the one loss was to the Seattle Seahawks. And I'm always like, man, if you want to beat the Lions, just do what the Seahawks do. Play action, play action, play action, play action. Every play is play action. And we fall for it. I don't know what it is about the Seahawks offense, the whole thing, but last year they scored 47 points against us. This year, I think they scored 37. Yeah, last year was 48. This year's 37. Well, here's the problem. The Buccaneers offensive coordinator was with the Seahawks for the last like 20 years, or no, 20 years. I'm getting excited. Last 13 seasons, he was with the Seattle Seahawks. Dave Canales. Last year, he was the quarterbacks coach and led Geno Smith to a Pro Bowl, got him to be comeback player of the year. And the Seahawks were great offensively in Canales' tenure and had a great 13-year run. So I'm always like, man, why don't teams copy what the Seahawks do? And yeah, look, you can look at film, like everyone's looking at film, like you can see what they do, but this guy was involved and knows the Seahawks. So let's just go back to when he was the the quarterbacks coach last year with the Seahawks. A couple quick numbers on that. The Seahawks got 27 first downs. They had 320 yards passing, 235 yards rushing. They got, I want to say they had 9 yards per play. 9 yards per play. So we have a matchup situation here where, and you got to look at it, is Baker, Geno? Yeah, kind of, maybe, no. You know, they're both semi-athletic enough to move, mobile, rollouts. And so I think what we're going to see is what the Seahawks have done to us the last couple of years. And you look at the film, the Seahawks play action, roll out, play action, dump it down. It's very little vertical, like super vertical, but it's very methodical. 4 yards, 6 yards, 8 yards, 7 yards, 7 yards. And you're just like, oh my gosh. And I think if Baker can stay patient enough with Dave Canales running the show, it could be a problem. So let's take a look at Dave here. Here he is. Dave, please. So look at this. Here it is. 13-year run. Seattle was the only offense to rank in the top 5 in both of those categories during that span. Now, again, he had Russell Wilson when he was just humming along. But the fact that, and this is why he got this job, he was able to take Geno Smith to a Pro Bowler and a comeback player of the year and just turn him into a really good, solid quarterback. And Geno's good. I mean, back in his West Virginia days and stuff. But in any case, you take him over and really are manageable with everything that Geno does. So let me know in the comments on this one. Am I crazy, or it's like, I don't like that? The only team in the last 15 games that's given us real problems. Now, there was the Carolina game last year, but other than that, Seattle last year and this year and really actually, that's the thing. You go all the way back, and this was Dan Campbell, but I mean, the Seahawks have beat us, I think, 9 out of 10 matchups, and they're always beating us, and they always have our number. So the fact that this guy came from Seattle is like, oh man, what the heck? So I still believe in Jared Goff, and I still think the Lions win this game. But initially, I was like, man, I think this is another game where we're going to dominate start to finish, just like Atlanta, the Packers, the Panthers, all those 3 of those games. We controlled the game start to finish. I was thinking that's how this game's going to go as well. I don't believe in Baker Mayfield at all. So that's what gives me the most hope. I think Geno Smith, much better. He can make some of those throws. And if you look against the Lions, Geno Smith made handful of throws that were like, that was pretty good. I'm overemphasizing the check downs and because the check downs and the play action, but he did hit a couple good window type throws. And what's so concerning about that victory against the Seahawks is we held Kenneth Walker to 35 yards or something like that. Like, we should have won that game, but they get a pick 6. They just keep coming at us. We cannot stop them. Jerry Jacobs is running all over the place. We couldn't stop them, and they beat us up. They were more physical. So are the Buccaneers a physical team that is going to cause us problems? I don't think so. But I don't like Dave Canales being the offensive coordinator. He knows what to do. He can see clearly the Lions' deficiencies because the Lions have been playing great defensively, except against the Seahawks. So let me know your thoughts in the comments on this. Let me know I'm overreacting. I'm a little nervous. Still think the Lions take this one, and we'll see all of you on the next one.